I do this like once a year where I answer a lot of your questions, things you want to know, things you want to hear, where I answer a lot of your questions. How do you feel about your tattoo? I literally do not think about it whatsoever. But I don't regret it at all because I don't think about it. When have you planned to leave the house to get a new one? I don't want to buy a home. I would rather rent than buy. And I know that everyone's going to argue about what's better, renting or buying. I don't really care about the money with an investment property like that anymore. So now to me, this stuff becomes just stress, and I just don't want to deal with it. Like, I don't want to have to try to figure out what I need to do. I don't want to try to figure out, fixing the home or doing anything. I just want to rent and just pay my money, chill, not have to worry about anything else. What meta on Twitch did you like the most and did not like? If I had to say like the best meta of all time for me, in my opinion, would be Mario 64. My credit score is 7 something, 780. Honestly, I don't even think about my credit score anymore because I don't need to care. Like, my limit on my card is $250,000. I don't need to care. Like, and also, I'm not going to buy a home, and if I do, it doesn't matter. I don't care anymore. I used to have to care about this. And there was a guy in my chat that every day would say, what is your credit score? And his name was Donuts. And I would tell him it's good, because the truth is it was good. It's still good. I just don't care about my credit score anymore. I don't really need it. And that's not a flex or anything. It's just I mean, whatever. I don't really just need my credit score anymore, like I used to. But what's interesting is I've never really been in debt. Like, I was supposed to be, but I didn't. Like, when I went to college, I was supposed to be in debt like everyone else, but I got lucky and I lied on my resume and they gave me almost a full ride. I also was supposed to be in debt for my home, but I got lucky being a streamer, so I wasn't in debt. You know, and that's the kind of stuff that, like, it's really easy for people to, like, streamers especially, and this is why I get why you guys find streamers so annoying sometimes. Like, dude, shut the fuck up, you're a millionaire. And that idea is so truthful because, you know, I think a lot of streamers don't have the perspective of what you guys or what other people have to deal with. And hearing our problems, our issues, it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, you don't realize what you have. And it's so fucking annoying to hear you complain when you literally are a millionaire playing video games. Like, boo-hoo, you have some drama or you have your life problems. But the truth is, you're sitting there playing fucking video games. You have no debt. You have no problems. You have no... You got to realize, too, with these streamers, and I understand why sometimes people find us annoying. It's like, our complainings and problems, it's like, dude, and this is why I like talking to my brother a lot, because he gives me the perspective of a normal person. He's like, dude, like, I just lost my job. And, like, it's not like I have assistants or people to help me out with that stuff. Like, you guys don't have assistants. You guys don't have people to help you. You have to fucking apply, go to the jobs, do your taxes, continue living your life. It's a pain in the ass. Like, it's not easy. When streamers like us, it's like, yeah, I'll have Synac do everything, you know? And I understand your perspectives, and sometimes I get in the same fault where I act like, oh, my life's so hard and stuff. But once you get a perspective outside of it, it starts to change you a lot. So yeah, like, I get it. Do you have passion or hobbies you yet to pursue that you hope you can accomplish in the future? The thing is with passion and stuff like that, and I'm a firm believer in this. I think if you have something that you're passionate about, you should just pursue it. Because that is such a rare thing in life, is to really feel passionate about something. And it's something that a lot of people don't have, is that urge or passion to do something. So I'm a very big believer in, yes, even if it makes you a ton of less money, if you're passionate about it, you'll be much happier than if you were worth $1 million. And I think that's very hard for a lot of people to grasp, but I think it's important. For me, it was making people laugh, right? I always liked and always do like making people laugh. And because I knew that's what I was good at. Like, I'm good at making people laugh. And I get a euphoric feeling when I make someone laugh. I really do. So, like, I'll be honest with you, me making people laugh is better than sex. And I'm not saying, I know it's going to sound weird. It literally, to me, making people laugh is better than me having sex. If I can make someone laugh, I'd rather make them laugh than have sex. I swear. Like, because I live for it. It makes my brain feel so good because it makes me feel like there's a piece of the world that I'm supposed to be in, which is I make people laugh. I've done it since I was a kid. I've always, it's all I wanted to do. Like, if you told me, Matt, you can have $1 billion or you can be funny, I'd rather be funny. And sometimes it's hard for me to balance that because I do like money because I'm a finance guy and I'm a piece of shit. But I also like making people laugh. My hobbies and passion have always been one thing, and that's making people laugh. I always has and always will be is to entertain people and make people smile. I swear to God, it sounds so cringe. I sound like some Sesame Street bullshit, but it's the truth. Like, I'm never present-minded, ever. And I've gotten to a really bad habit of not being present-minded because all I care about so much is making people laugh that the whole time I'm with somebody, it's, what can I say next? What can I say next? What's the next witty joke? It's really what I love to do. And my passion and hobby is doing that. And that hasn't changed. So, to answer your question, do you have any passions or hobbies you have yet to pursue that you can accomplish in the future? It's really to make people entertained. I mean, I'm really working on my MMA stuff because I really believe in it for Twitch. I think it could be really big. But I'm working on that, but I'm also working on my podcast because, yeah, like I want to have a good podcast because I'm really good at talking with people. That I also have a podcast that people like. That, people find funny. Like, it's really all comes down to, like, just entertainment. I don't really have a lot of other passions. I don't. I mean, off stream, I sit around and I do nothing. I really don't do anything. But I'm grateful that I have this passion itself because a lot of people do not have passion, and I'm very grateful to have a passion of making people laugh. I am. And being able to do it. I mean, like, it's the fact that I'm able to just sit here and entertain people all day, it's an insane feeling. Where do you see the MMA stuff in 5 years? I don't want to look at something in 5 years because I feel like that's too far of a scope. I like looking at stuff more in like a year or two. And what I see is in like a year or two, the MMA is, getting a lot of people watch it on Twitch, and we're doing it monthly. That's really where I see it. Possibly bought out by Saudi Arabia, which would be fucking sweet. The first person I would add in that tweet is Hassan. I'm not even kidding you. But that's kind of my plan. I want to have the MMA really badly do well because I want something that I can have for when I'm retired. Like, I want something where it's like, yeah, like, I'm still doing this. So, for me, the MMA is, like, kind of number one important thing right now. Number 2 is Chompy. Number 3 is God. What's the hardest part about owning a gym? I'll be honest with you, nothing. I would say, honestly, when I think about the hardest part about the gym so far, it's the fact that Canute just randomly leaves. Like, that to me is the hardest part, is I gave you equity and you just randomly go. That probably is the hardest part. It's like, hey, Canute, so Camp Canute 2? Yes, but Louisa has school next week. We can cut it short? What? Cut it short? Do you think new streamers catering to the Poggers community can still grow to be big? Define big. Like, do I think they can make a living? For sure. But would I say that the Poggers community is very gatekeepy nowadays, and they've kind of hit a lot of their, they've hit, all the holes are hit when it comes to, like, if you want a funny streamer, you know who to watch. When you want to watch a political streamer, you know who to watch. There's not really room to grow in the Poggers community because every hole has been filled. So I think that you still can be a bigger streamer, but do I think you could be like, a 20,000, 30,000 viewer streamer? Do I think our LSF side of the community will see another 20K Andy from our side? Probably not. In my opinion, I don't think you will. I don't think you're going to. Do you think your conversation skills improved by being a Twitch streamer or worsened? Definitely improved. having to improv all day you got to realize I literally just sit here and talk all fucking day. So, and conversations with people I've improved a lot. But I would say they've improved. What are you doing? After hitting the 1 million sub goal on YouTube, what other goals do you want to achieve? I really just want my podcast to work out. And I'll be honest with you, me hitting the 1 million sub goal didn't feel good at all. I felt nothing. And the reason why is a lot of those subs are from YouTube Shorts. So YouTube Shorts don't feel good because everyone's getting a ton of subs from YouTube Shorts. So it's like, I would say 100,000 of my subscribers now are just people who are followed me or subbed to me because they watched a 7-second clip of me. And those people I just don't care for because they're not going to stay. Like, what makes me happy is when I make a video, like the one with Baby Don't Money, and it's a 35-minute video and has 700,000 views. Like, that makes me feel good. But, you know, millions of short views, it just doesn't feel good. And I think that's a huge problem that's actually happening with entertainment nowadays is it's the identity or the idea of a content creator is changing because short form content's become so popular that people with millions of subscribers who go to VidCon, actually, they went to VidCon with millions of subscribers, had no line. No one wanted to see them. No one cared. Which is crazy to think. But it's because people believe they're such big shots now because they have shorts that are huge, but no one cares to meet them. But that's a whole other thing. But what other goals do I have? It's really my podcast, and it's really my... I want to make my podcast grow, and I want to make my MMA grow. It's not even OTK anymore. OTK's already kind of done its thing. It's I want my podcast to be successful and meet and interview people, and I want my MMA to do well. That's really it. What's one habit that benefited you the most for personal growth? I would say one thing that has benefited me as a habit that has also hurt me the most is I forgive easily. I forgive very easily, and it's my best and worst trait about myself. Do you think Twitch is a good place to stream the MMA League, or are you looking at other platforms to stream it on? I actually do believe Twitch is the greatest platform. One, because I have an audience, but two, I think you guys like fights. You guys obviously like the MMA shit. You like fights, and I honestly, there's no fighting league on Twitch. So yeah, I think you guys would like it, and I think it'll do well. Because the thing is, a lot of the MMA fighting leagues and fighting leagues in general, you know what they do? They do pay-per-view. And I think pay-per-view is an old style of doing, you know, advertising. And I don't think this new generation of people like our age or even younger are gonna fucking pay money for you know, any of that. It's outdated. Sure, it makes way more money, but are you guys going to pay for pay-per-view? Absolutely not. I think you guys would pay for pay-per-view if it was $10, maybe. But would you guys pay for like the $50 or... No! But would you watch a free fight? Absolutely. Do you see yourself in Austin in the next 5 years? No. I don't know where maybe, I mean, I really don't know. The thing is, I don't want to be stuck somewhere, but at the same time, I don't know where I'd go, because LA's Look, I was gonna move to LA. That was a fact. I was gonna move. I was looking at houses. I was doing stuff. I know everyone's like, cap, bullshit, whatever, and I respect you guys so much as a community. But the truth is, I was going to move there, but LA is not the place now. Like, it has changed, and you can't say it hasn't. LA used to be a great idea. LA is not the move anymore. At all. It was a move, and I think but now it's definitely not. And it's changed. It's changed. Why? I mean, the streamers over there don't care anymore, and I get it. They're older. They also just are more like chill. I think the vibes have changed over in LA when Austin's has not really changed at all. So I don't really want to. I don't want to move to LA like I used to. Plus, I also talked to my accountant, and he's like, Miz, if you move to LA, because it's better for me for the. So my podcast that I'm making is a 1v1 podcast, right? It is much better for me to be in LA than at Texas. That is a fact. Everyone's in LA, no one's here. It's true. Besides Joe Rogan. But my accountant told me, he's like, Miz, if you move to LA, you're going to be losing 20% more of your money. Just like that. 20% more is gone. So keep that in mind. When you want to move, you're going to be spending 20% more of your money instantly. That's not even including everything else. It's you will lose 20% more on tax and rent. Done. Is it worth? That's a lot. That's millions of dollars. So is that worth? Fuck no. I mean, to me, it's like, it's not worth it. Now, if I have a podcast and it does well, what my plan is to just travel to LA all the time. Maybe get a place there, but I don't want to live there anymore. But I don't know where I see myself living. I mean, look, if you ask me where I want to be, Miz, where do you want to live if you can live anywhere in the world? New York City. I'd rather live in New York City than anywhere else in the world. Truly. New York City was somewhere I wanted to be when I was younger. It's where I've always wanted to be. So if I can live in New York City, to me that would be the best. And I know that I would have to pay more in taxes, but I don't care. How much money do you have in the bank? I probably only have about $300,000 in the bank. All my money's in stocks. I don't have money. I don't have money in the bank. I don't sit. I have about probably $500,000 in the bank, which is in a money market account. So like basically, it's making like 4%, 5% return a year. All my money's in stocks. I don't keep money lying around. How much money's in that? If I had to guess, it's like $8 million. And now it's probably down 10% from the past week, so we're just not going to look. How much did you pay in taxes? I pay about $300,000 in taxes every quarter. I do quarterly taxes. I pay about 1.2 to 1.5 a year in taxes. Do you think having ego is important to have? For a streamer, yes. And I know it sounds cringe, but it's the truth. I do. You have to understand as streamers, you have to think that you're so important that everyone needs to listen to you and talk. Like, you kind of do need an ego to be a streamer. Because you need to think that you're so important that people need to sit there and listen to you fucking talk about whatever you're doing or playing a fucking video game. That they need to take time out of their day to watch you play a video game. So I think absolutely it's important to have. As a streamer. Not in everything else in life. But as a streamer, yes. Are you actually on steroids? No. I know a lot of you may believe I'm on steroids. I know a lot of you think I am. But if I was on steroids, I would look a lot better than I do now. Like, I just would. I just eat ridiculously healthy, and I do work out almost every day. But I do not look like... People say my back knee. I have back knee because I don't take care of my... I shower and I put on a shirt immediately, and my sheets probably are pretty gross. My sheets get washed once a week. So I think I need to wash my sheets more, and I need to take showers faster when I work out. But I do not take steroids. Will I take testosterone one day? Yes. For sure. I will take testosterone. I will tell you when I do. I'm not afraid to admit it. Like, when my test levels get low, to the point where I'm just not there, I will. But my testosterone levels got really low because of nothing but my diet. And it was my diet alone that made my test levels low because I was so allergic to everything. It actually affected everything about me. But do I take testosterone or anything like that, or steroids? No. I would admit it. I mean, why would I care to not admit it? What does it do? I'm not competing in anything. I would admit it. But I don't.